Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches, I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes?
Adds out, you'll notice that the piston in here has a notch cut in the side of it. And that notch has to be set at 20 degrees in relationship to the side right here that the pad slides in. It has to be 20 degrees off in this manner. Now the factory manual calls for use of special tool number P84. Probably don't have a tool P84 in their back pocket, so we're going to build one. Tool number P84, you're going to need some kind of material, obviously, and I have here just a small piece of scrap 1/8 inch aluminum. And what I have done, we're going to lay it out. We're going to use a couple of tools to lay it out. And what I have done is I have put just a very dusting of black spray paint on it so that we can scratch and see our scratches. Now, if we were in a machine shop, we would use what's known as bluing. But since we're not in a machine shop and we don't have bluing right to hand, if you can dust this with basically any kind of a color of scrap spray paint you might have, and just let it dry, and we will go from there. Now, tool number P84 calls for 20 degrees, and it's 20 degrees off this way. It's going to be down this way. So what we need to do is we need to set our tool to 20 degrees right there, and we are going to make a scratch using a pin. If you had a scratch awl, you could certainly use a scratch awl, but I'm going to use a pin since pretty much anyone has a pin. Just like that. Now, I have done some measuring, and I believe that a thickness here of 725 thousandths will allow this tool to sit in there in the correct manner for our use. Now, if you aren't familiar with the dial caliper, you rest this head here and you can scratch on the bottom. Make sure that you have it straight. We're going to scratch right across the bottom right here. Once we've done that, we're going to extend the line right here, and I've slipped. Going to extend that line right there. Now I need to make a measure, and it needs to be a 90-degree measure, so let's set this tool for 90 degrees right there, and let's put where we have an intersection. Let's put a tool right here, and I need to measure over 1.5 inches. Just like that, from there, and we're going to make a little scratch right there. And then I have taken an arbitrary 10 degrees because I can see that the tool has an angle on this side. Now, basically all it has to do is fit into the space. And there is some obstruction in there, and if you have too much, it's not going to fit. So I believe that 10 degrees is going to allow me to fit. And here is your 20-degree piece that matters in relationship to up here to down here. Now, this area here only has to be whatever length you want it to be so that you can hold it and stuff it in there. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now, one of the good things about aluminum is that I can cut this on a skill saw or a table saw, which I'm probably going to do. I'm going to cut this on a table saw, and then I'm going to file it down to that line and try to get it just as close as I can to that line as possible. And we'll go from there. We have here the completed tool. I have fitted into my brake caliper and it seems to be fine. This dimension here that I originally gave as 1.5 inches down to a 10-degree angle, I found was a little bit too much. And I think 1 3/8 inches right there would be better. Do your 10-degree angle. I had to file a little bit off this corner. It hit and it wouldn't allow me to stuff it in far enough into my caliper. So I've done a little extra filing here. But other than that, it seems to be good. I'm going to put a nice label on it. It says tool number P84 and stuff it into my special tool drawer. And there you go.